So if your mind has been feeling a bit foggier than usual, you can blame Mercury retrograde in Pisces. But it is now direct, which is amazing because it can create a lot of new magical opportunities for you if you are willing to put in the work. So today we are going to discuss how your daily routines can impact your progress, easy ways to heal the subconscious mind, other energies willing to help you at this time, and what to do next. And hello, I am Ethereal Mother, your favorite artist, psychic, and astrologer. So let's get into Mercury direct in Pisces, but before we do that, please like, share, and subscribe, because I know you want to come back to this. Okay, so on a basic level, Mercury represents the mind and communication. Now that it's linked up with Pisces, it can give you this really beautiful boost of creativity and can help you create more intricate fantasies. And the beauty of this transit is that with the mind, with the fantasy all coming together, you can turn your fantasy into reality, but it depends on first removing any subconscious blockages, improving your daily routines to support the vision that you see within your mind, and being open to creative outcomes. And improving your daily routines can really put you in a state of flow, especially if you are experiencing a lot of stagnant energy. And I love this quote, don't know who wrote it, but shout out to this person. So first it is an intention, then a behavior, then a habit, then a practice, then second nature, then it is simply who you are. So if you don't want to be someone who is labeled as stagnant or feel stagnant, there's so many resources out there to help you get out of this energy to be more in alignment with what you see in your fantasy. So for example, in the mornings, I love doing yoga. It helps me to stay present. It helps me work on the breath, because sometimes I could be anxious about something and I could kind of get really tense and very tight. And so I know that I'm releasing a lot of trapped energies because I'm yawning consistently throughout the practice. And it happens pretty much every single time. And then once I'm done, I set my intentions for the day, make a little to-do list, and just kind of flow. Just kind of vibe. That's it. And the thing about trapped energies is that it can slow down your progress by causing fatigue, frustration, anger, and difficulty staying present within the moment, which when you are present, it helps you to make better decisions to equate to what you want for your future. So funny enough, I actually referenced this analogy in my Kendrick Lamar birth chart analysis, and I talked about how he is a Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini. So, but anyway, Mercury, or Hermes, had the capability of going from Mount Olympus all the way to the Underworld and back without any strings attached. And with Pisces, it doesn't necessarily represent the Underworld in this capacity, but there is a little bit of a connection because Pisces represents the ocean. There's a lot of things that we don't know about the ocean. Like, have you seen a squid or an anglerfish? Like, them bitches are aliens. You could not tell me anything differently. But anyway, Pisces symbolizes the subconscious mind, like I said, which in some texts could be the underworld meaning subconscious mind, all of those kind of interconnected in a way. So basically, all that to say, this Mercury in Pisces can help you Marie Kondo your subconscious mind, getting rid of old memories, not maybe getting rid of old memories, but helping you to analyze things a bit differently so that you don't stay so far in the past that you're not in the present moment building your future. Mercury can also help you remove outdated thought processes, things that people have projected onto you, and the irrational fear of not being your authentic self. And also Pisces can represent self-sabotage, so there could be some things within your subconscious mind that could be causing you to self-sabotage in some capacity. And again, there's so many, when it comes down to mental health, there's so many layers to that, which again makes sense as the connection of the underworld and subconscious mind, but that is going to be your responsibility to figure out. But I'm here to help, so you know. So start small, be aware of what needs to be cleaned. And again, the cool thing about Mercury being in the energy of Pisces, which it doesn't really like, just to be clear, because it's air and water, it doesn't quite mix, but Mercury can help you insert specific daily routines and habits, especially if you are struggling with a specific emotion, and then you're consistently replaying that specific emotion, that specific feeling, and it becomes very chaotic and just unsettled. So journaling could be a great thing for you to do, just to kind of get those emotions out, get them out. And of course, talking to a therapist. So one of my favorite ways to hack the subconscious mind, especially if I'm experiencing like a very anxious, like downward spiral, mental chaotic loop, is listening to affirmations and subliminals. So some of my favorites is Jessica Helsop. I have been listening to her since 2021. She has a combination of subliminals and like verbal affirmations. I think are really, really helpful just to kind of get you to shift a little bit mentally. And then High Frequency Guru, she kind of does a little bit of both as well. And then you have Dr. Indy Einstein, who also has a lot of really cool subliminals too. So I love all of them whenever I'm in this moment where I'm trying to really refocus and kind of stay grounded mentally. And of course, that's kind of hard to do with water and air with Mercury and Pisces, but you know, we're doing our best out here. You can also try coloring, breath work, going for walks, talking to a therapist, and you can also type out your own morning affirmations on your phone and your notes app and kind of reference those whenever you're having a really tough moment. And one of my favorite things to do is create a vision board. Now you can create a physical one, you can do like a Pinterest board, or you can also do a wallpaper for your phone and do like a really cute little collage. You know, there's a lot of different ways that you go about it. All of those things to kind of help you focus on what's really important for you right now. And of course, it is healing and progress. So Pisces sometimes can be very fixated on the big picture of things, of what you desired, but this will remain a big picture if you do not take inspired action. So with Mercury can bring you back to the present moment where curiosity can really thrive. It's like, okay, I'm dealing with this, I'm trying to create this, I'm trying to do this. So what do I need to do to get to point A to point F? What do I need to do to get all these points? And again, from point A to point F, there's a lot of little things in between. So it's like, what I need to do? Let me figure it out. And with Pisces magnetic and intuitive energy, there's a lot of cool people that could come across your YouTube algorithm to help you along this journey. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But in all seriousness, inspiration can literally come from everywhere. And funny enough, if you have ever listened to a Pisces person, there's Prince, there's Rihanna. Lady Gaga is actually another one because she has Jupiter in Pisces, which Jupiter rules Pisces. And all of them talk about finding inspiration in some of the most random places, but also when it comes down to their creative process, they like to go with the flow. But if you have a lot of emotional blockages or experiencing a lot of chaotic emotional storms because you could, for example, be reliving a situation that happened in the past, or not living in the present, or hyper fixated on why this person is experiencing your dream life and you're not. But the thing is, their path is very different from yours. And also, maybe you just need to ask more questions with this mercurial energy. So it just depends on what you plan on doing. Again, there's a lot of different ways to get to where you want to be. And also with Pisces, you could receive a lot of information within your dreams, so definitely pay attention to that. But again, like I said, with this mercurial curious energy, get more curious. It's like, how does this work? How do I do this? How do I go about this? You know, again, at this point, because we have Google, which is free, YouTube, which is free, all these different resources to help you, there's not really an excuse anymore. And again, Pisces energy can come through with that self-sabotaging type of energy. So it's like, what do you really want? Do you really want to do certain things or not? What do you want? Tell me what you want. And then also, if you are dealing with trauma or something that is a little bit more intense, Psychology Today is a great start. It also does have a directory to help you find licensed therapists as well. Again, there's a lot of resources available for you out here. So it just depends on if you're willing to look for it, if you're willing to put forth the effort into listening to what these individuals have to say. They're trying to help you as well. And of course, not all therapists are built the same, so If this one doesn't quite fit, again, there's many others. So, and we actually have a lot of supportive planets right now helping Mercury and Pisces get you from fantasy to reality. So we have Saturn in Pisces, Venus that is going to go direct in Pisces very soon. We have Rahu, or the North Node, and then we have Neptune that just moved to Aries. And it's also trine Mars in Cancer, which can definitely help you initiate a lot of emotional growth and awareness as well, which is very needed. And then, like I said, Saturn is in Pisces. It is very much like a stern father. And so it is asking you to take responsibility for your actions so that you can reap the rewards for your hard work. If you do not accept this challenge, Saturn will create more challenges and obstacles for you on your path until you understand the plot once again. And like I said, we do have Neptune that just left Pisces and entered Aries, which is adding a little razzle dazzle to your creativity and helping you to understand your vision for the future. And again, with that Aries energy, helping you to build that vision for the future tangibly, so you can tangibly experience what that looks like. And then Venus is going to go direct in Pisces, encouraging us to boost our self-worth and have more harmony in our lives as well. And then Rahu, or the North Node, is an amplifier. So if you're amplifying growth, awareness, initiating different things that will equate to progress, that's what you're going to get in return. All these energies are willing to help you experience your wildest dreams, but it just depends on how badly you want this new chapter in your life. And then later this month, Mercury will be entering Aries, which will basically feel like a shotgun, like you're quantum leaping into your desired reality. But again, like I referenced Saturn and Pisces, it's not going to give you the things that you want if you're not ready for them, because you might fumble the bag, and that would be really upsetting. So what to do next? Like I said before, listening to affirmations and subliminals to really heal the subconscious mind and to help you view life from a different perspective. You can also make your own affirmations and subliminals, and comment down below if you would like me to show you how to do that. It's actually very easy and free. Start your morning off with doing some morning yoga, some stretches, some journaling, going for a walk, really anything that does not involve your phone, to be real. And then set your intentions for the day, do a little to-do list. And it's like, of course, like when I said earlier, Pisces does represent like the big picture, but like you can start small. There is no rush. And the thing is, you don't want to rush the process. And again, like I said, fumble the bag. You want to take your time, get it done right, and continue progressing into the reality that you want. Because if you do skip steps, you will feel those steps a little bit later. You might trip up said steps. And the last thing, which can really boost your creativity, is do a vision board. And again, it's very easy. You can use Canva. You can use any free resource. There's a lot out there. Use some find some old magazines, do Pinterest. Pinterest actually, funny enough, Pinterest did this recently where you can make collages on Pinterest. So whatever you find on there, that would be a lot of fun. And you can add that to the wallpaper on your phone. So that could be your background image. I think that would be, yeah. I've done a few different variations and they've all been fun. So whatever you can do to get you in the present moment, to just relax and enjoy yourself, not take things a little too serious, I think would be magical. I really do think so. So I love you. You are loved. You deserve loved. And until next time, bye.